Streaming worldwide, this is the Gospel America Television Network. It's time for Real Talk with the Jenkins, featuring Lady MJ, Pastor Marcella Jenkins, and Dr. G, Dr. Gary Jenkins. And now, let's join Real Talk with the Jenkins.
Hi everybody, welcome to Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
And I'm Lady MJ. And we are the Jenkins.
And we have someone who's going to tell us all about their upcoming events. She is the president of the NAACP here in San Angelo, Unit 6219. None other than President Mechelle Reed. I want to welcome you to Real Talk with the Jenkins. We thank you so much for taking the time to be with us and tell us all about what's going on.
Well, first of all, let me thank you both for having me on the show today. It's always a joy to be with you guys. You are amazing people, and I love coming on the show and talking with you guys.
Praise God.
We really appreciate you so much, because you're one of the few people that we can talk to, and it's just so easy to talk with you because you're pleasant and you're knowledgeable and all of that. And she's a friend too.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Our sister.
Amen. So it's even better than that.
Yes.
So what's happening?
Well, the first thing that I'd like to talk about is the update on the Martin Luther King bathrooms. That many of you, if you've driven by the park, you have been seeing the construction going on, the digging of the lines and everything. And so we're finishing that up. The city is finishing that up. The update is hopefully we will see that finished by the end of this month. I don't know how the rain today is going to affect that, but we're hoping to finish that up at the end of this month, and we will be having a ribbon cutting, inviting the community out to come and see the bathrooms. And we're really excited about that. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to get these bathrooms since 2019. So
I remember when you, Shirley Spears, and the rest of the NAACP members were working hard with the city council. There was a lot of back and forth for a while. And I just don't understand what's the big deal about getting bathrooms placed in a park so folks can have a place to go when you need to go. And yet it seems like there was some kind of obstacle that you guys had to jump over to get this thing going.
We did. We had to raise all the money, and I just want to thank the community for that, because if it hadn't been for the local churches and the community and grant writing and just a lot of things went into getting the money to build those restrooms, the city wasn't going to be able to do anything to help us, right? So we had to raise the money, and that was great. I do want to thank the community for that, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be having these restrooms at Martin Luther King Park.
Well, one of the things that we want to remind the community about, we're getting these bathrooms in, and please try to keep them clean. I mean, that's one of the things the city was concerned about, who's going to maintain them. And I just seen public bathrooms smell so bad and people do so many crazy stuff. Let's respect those bathrooms.
I think you've got a legitimate point there. One of the concerns that some of the people who were in opposition to the bathrooms being placed in the Martin Luther King Park was the fact that who's going to secure it? If it gets messy, who's going to clean it?
Yes.
And who's responsible for the upkeep?
Yeah, the city is going to maintain the restrooms. It's a part of the city parks, so the city parks department will be taking care of that and making sure that things are clean. As well as I went out there when the bathrooms was first started building. And I talked to the people in the park and then to the community, and they were excited about it. And they said that they personally would be taking care of it. They wanted to make sure that they maintained it. There's people that hang out at the park all the time.
Yes.
There's moms that take their kids out there and play and run and just have a great time. And they need a place to be able to go to the restroom and not have to go home. So I believe in the community surrounding the Martin Luther King Park, and I believe they will take good care of it. We all will, because we want those restrooms.
Yes.
Well, I think that it's imperative because, you and I, we've been out there just like everybody else, and people seem to really enjoy the park. I enjoyed it when I went there, and it's refreshing. It is nice to know that there's a place you can go if you need to go to the restroom. And other parks in the city have restrooms.
Yes.
Why not MLK Park?
Yeah.
But now that's no longer an issue. Bathrooms are at the park. Now, you said you had an update on the bathrooms. Can you reiterate that for us?
Yes, I got an update actually today, letting me know that some of the parts that they were waiting on are in, and that they would be installing them. But it's raining today too, so I'm not sure how that affects the construction, so I'll probably get another update. And I talked to Carl White, and I'm waiting to hear from Lucy Gonzalez, our representative council person in that area, to see when we can do the ribbon cutting and invite all of the city and the community out to say, hey, here we are. We got restrooms.
Yay, we got restrooms.
Yes.
Amen. So, well, anyway, in addition to the restrooms at Martin Luther King Park here in San Angelo, there's some other things happening. What's the NAACP or the NAACP up to in the near future?
Well, one of the things I wanted to remind you about that we didn't talk about before is the youth unit.
Oh yeah.
ASU.
Yes.
Yes, ASU is still building. We have probably about 12 students right now. And we had a table at the Christmas tree lighting at ASU on the 28th of November. It was great. We had a table out there. The students were out there. They had sign-ups for other students coming by, inviting them to become a part of the NAACP unit there on campus. We did get 9 people that signed up, so 12 and 9. Was that 21? 21. We need 4 more because we need 25 to register nationally. We are a registered student organization on campus. So there's things that you have to do, guidelines and things you have to do that. So we are registered student organization on campus. However, we want to be nationally associated with the NAACP as well, and we need 25 members. So hopefully when we come back in the spring, all right, because we had our last meeting already this semester, so hopefully when we come back in the spring in January, we will have enough so that we can be on point to be a part of national. And then we also have some plans to do some things for Black History Month on campus with the ASU unit. Thank you for asking about that. We're excited about that unit.
Yeah, that's good news. That's good. So anybody from ASU, if you're watching this show right now and you want to be a part of the ASU chapter, make sure you sign up and be a part of something exciting happening at ASU and in San Angelo. But we're going to hear more about what's happening with the NAACP from its president, Madam Mechelle Reed, in a moment. You're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages. Are you suffering from PAD, peripheral artery disease? It's the blockage of arteries and veins, and if left untreated, you could suffer amputation. But there's good news here at the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence, where you can schedule an appointment without a long wait in a comfortable and safe environment.
At one time I had pain in my legs. It was excruciating pain. And before I came over to see Dr. Leon, he worked on my legs and my PAD. I had PAD problems. And now I'm very, very happy with him. I feel relief and pain-free. And now he has taken care of me, and he worked on my veins as well. And he cured that too, and I'm very happy with that.
So after being pregnant 4 times, the older I got, I started having numbness in my legs. I couldn't sleep at night. My legs felt really, really heavy, and my quality of life just kind of diminished. So I found Dr. Leon. I visited with him. He did a couple of evaluations on me and realized I would be a perfect candidate for PAD treatment.
Call the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence at 325-999-1212. The definition of an expert is a person who has comprehensive knowledge, skill, and experience in a particular field. Michelangelo was an expert in sculpting and painting. But if you're looking for an expert in transmissions, then look no further than Gray's Transmissions. So if you find yourself in need of a new transmission, you need to make sure you have someone with expertise and experience.
We should know because we're the experts.
And now, back to Real Talk with the Jenkins.
We're back, and our special guest today is President Madam Mechelle Reed, and we are discussing what's going on with the NAACP. Now, we talked about the young people at ASU signing up. Who would they contact to sign up?
All right, well, Dr. Matt Gritter is our faculty advisor, and you can see him. He's in the political science department on campus, or you can see me. I'm located in the library on the 3rd floor in the freshman college. So if anybody want to stop by, they can stop by, and I'll make sure they get in contact with Dr. Gritter.
Okay, great. That sounds exciting. So y'all hear that? Okay, go
Yes.
see Mechelle Reed on the 3rd floor of the library, in the freshman library. Okay, they got, how many libraries they got?
Freshman college, the freshman college.
Oh, okay, for
yes.
the freshman college. Okay. Well, anyway, in addition to the excitement that's happening on the campus of ASU, there's something else going on coming up very soon that I think all of us need to know about, learn about, and participate in. And Madam Mechelle, if you can tell us what that might be.
I'm telling you, we're really excited for the fact that the Raibon Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet.
Okay.
Isn't that a mouthful?
That is definitely a mouthful.
I say it 5 times real quick. You sound like you're speaking in tongues or something.
I know, right? So that is coming up on February the 16th, 2024. Can you believe we're saying 2024? Yes, it's coming up February the 16th. It's going to be held at the historic Cactus Hotel at 6 p.m. And we're looking forward to having a great time, a big celebration. Matter of fact, it is our 78th birthday, the unit. 6219, who was founded by L.A. Raibon. He founded us back in 1946, so we'll be 78 years old. We'll be celebrating the birthday as well as selling tickets for $60 per person so that we can give scholarships to students here in San Angelo. And those students can either be traditional students or non-traditional students. We have expanded our scholarship to include non-traditional students.
So what do you mean by traditional versus non-traditional students? What do you
Well,
mean?
I'm glad you asked. Traditional students would be those that are graduating from high school or getting their GED, and they're going on to college. Non-traditional would be maybe they're going to go to Howard College, maybe they are going to get a certificate or a trade of some sort, and they still need money for their education. So that's how we define non-traditional, that they're going to maybe be a welder, maybe they're going to be a nurse or something like that from the LPN or something like that at the Howard College.
Okay.
So with the scholarship, how many students are able to get the scholarship?
Well, it depends on how much money we raise. If we raise what we
Bring
want,
that money.
yeah, it depends on that. If we'd like to, they range from $1,000 scholarship to a $500 scholarship. It just depends on how much money we raise. So if everyone comes, 220 people at least come, and we'll see what we have to and how many students we can help.
Okay. Now, when you talk about the LA Raibon Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, you said it.
You did. You
can't
did
believe
it.
it.
Can I give you applause?
LA Raibon Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet. Okay, coming up very soon. And you might want to take advantage of the opportunity to participate in something that's helping the next generation of young people here in San Angelo. And
That is February 16th, 2024.
I can't believe it's 2024 already. Coming up.
Yes.
I mean,
At
just a few
the
days from now.
Cactus Hotel.
The historic
Historical.
historic Cactus Hotel. I gotta say that. I'm amazed at all of the things that the NAACP has accomplished under your leadership. Let's talk about that, because I understand there's a little rumor out that you're not going to seek re-election as president of the NAACP. Is that something we can talk about yet?
Well, I guess we can, because membership drive is one of the things that we're really focusing on. And if someone is interested in becoming a member or becoming the next president, you would need to have all your membership and everything in order by April of 2024. So if you're an inspiring NAACP member out there and you're thinking about it, make sure that you get in touch with us. We get your application in, we get everything in, and make sure that you know everything about the NAACP. You have to be trained. You got to get ready to take over and be the next president. But I still have a full year before that will happen. My term is up in December 2024.
Okay, good. So we can hang on to you for a little while.
Oh yes, I'm here.
Well, that's a relief. At least we'll worry about that problem when it comes up.
Yes.
Because we're going to hate to lose you as our president. You've done a great job. You've inspired a lot of people, including ourselves. I probably would have never gotten involved with the NAACP if it had not been for you and some others that are so dedicated to serving the community.
Oh, I thank you. And I know Shirley Spears has been a great person to train under and to learn, and we'll still be a part of, I'll still be a part of the NAACP. I mean, I'll be there until I'm called home, right? I'll be a part of the NAACP because it is an awesome civil rights group. And a matter of fact, the whole national birthday is also in February, and it will be, the NAACP will be 115 years old.
Wow.
In February the 12th. So it's a great organization to belong to, and we definitely want to encourage all people of color, and if you're not a person of color, to be a part of the NAACP.
I want to jump in on that because, we hear NAACP, which stands for the National Association of Colored People.
Advancement of color.
And for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, excuse me. But if you really know the history of this organization, you'll know that it wasn't just people of color, but there were people who were not African American or anything else, but were involved in the creation of this organization. And I just want to throw that out there just to let folks know, because we all need to come together. And there's a need for civil rights to continue to the vigil, to continue to have a vigil for civil rights. but we also want to, in my mind, I think that it's important to, we don't want to scare anybody away who's not African American. Well, I'm not a person of color, so, you know, why should I get involved? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's true. It takes all of us, and that's my theme. We have to love and unity, right? Moving forward in love and unity, and it takes all of us. And those people in the founding of the NAACP, they were, you know, Irish. Some of them were Irish. Some of them were Jewish. And so we all had to come together, you know, and it's the same thing now. We have to come together, be together, move forward together, go out and vote, which is really important. You know, the NAACP is really big on registering to vote. And so we want everyone to make sure they're registered to vote. We have a big election coming up in 2024. So we will be out there doing voter registration to make sure people are ready to vote, as well as some other things that we have coming up besides the LA Raibon.
All right, well, we're going to hear more about what the NAACP in San Angelo is doing in a moment. You're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins.
Real Talk with the Jenkins. We'll be right back after these messages. The definition of an expert is a person who has comprehensive knowledge, skill, and experience in a particular field. Angelo was an expert in sculpting and painting. But if you're looking for an expert in transmissions, then look no further than Gray's Transmissions. So if you find yourself in need of a new transmission, you need to make sure you have someone with expertise and experience.
We smell good experts.
Are you suffering from PAD, P-A-D, peripheral artery disease? It's the blockage of arteries and veins, and if left untreated, you could suffer amputation. But there's good news here at the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence, where you can schedule an appointment without a long wait in a comfortable and safe environment.
At one time I had pain in my legs. It was excruciating pain. And before I came over to see Dr. Leon, he worked on my legs and my PAD. I had PAD problems. And now I'm very, very happy with him. I feel relief and pain-free. And now he has taken care of me, and he worked on my veins as well. And he cured that too, and I'm very happy with that.
So after being pregnant 4 times, the older I got, I started having numbness in my legs. I couldn't sleep at night. My legs felt really, really heavy, and my quality of life just kind of diminished. So I found Dr. Leon. I visited with him. He did a couple of evaluations on me and realized I would be a perfect candidate for PAD treatment.
Call the San Angelo Cardiovascular Center of Excellence at 325-999-1212. And now, back to Real Talk with the Jenkins.
We're back, and you're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins. I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins. And somebody who's not a Jenkins, but she's close to being a Jenkins, is none other than our friend, Mechelle Reed, who is the president of the San Angelo chapter of the NAACP. And they have some more stuff that's coming up that we all need to know about. So tell us all about it. And when is it happening?
Well, be on the lookout, because our Women in the NAACP, chaired by Yolanda Lloyd, we will be having an event in March during Women's History Month, and we want to invite some women to an event that we'll be having. We'll come out with more information about that, but we want to involve the young women as well. And so we want to have something that invites them to come out, maybe give some awards for women in business that we want to highlight from the community. So we'll have that happening in March. And then in May, we want to do something for our veterans for Memorial Day. Of course, that's for soldiers that have passed on, right? And we want to do something at the San Angelo NAACP Buffalo Soldier Memorial.
Wow. Sounds like you got your hands full.
Yes, yes. Do you picked any speakers yet, or for these events?
Not yet. You
How
have
about
any
the
suggestions?
Raibon.
Yes.
Let me get it
Oh, I'm
right.
glad you asked about that, because we do. We have Dr. Mario Salas, who is a former Black Panther and who is now a professor at University of Texas at San Antonio. The political science professor will be our speaker at our L.A. Raibon Freedom Fund Scholarship Banquet. I have to practice saying that. He'll be our speaker, and he lives in San Antonio, so he'll be traveling. We're looking forward to hearing what wonderful things he has to say.
You know, I had a brother who was in the Black Panthers and the Kansas City chapter, and we met quite a few. I mean, let's say Huey Newton, and we knew Angela Davis. I'm telling you, back in the, and I thought it was just amazing. Angela and your speaker for the L.A. Raibon Freedom Fund Fellowship Banquet. They're all professors
Fundraising.
now.
Right.
And
You got that fellowship in there. Leave it to a
I was just practicing to see if I can still say it all.
We will be fellowshipping. So yes, he is. He's a doctor, and we're excited to have him. He's such a nice gentleman when you talk to him on the phone. When I spoke with him.
Yeah. What made you decide to select him as your speaker for the event?
Well, part of the fundraising committee are Bonita and Willie Davidson, and they had some connections through education and at a university, and they recommended him. And so after I spoke to him and I saw some films of him on YouTube, I was very excited to have that caliber speaker come to San Angelo and address us here.
But we want to certainly take the time to thank you so much for being with us on Real Talk with the Jenkins. And we want to thank you for allowing us to come into your homes and share all of this information about what's happening with the San Angelo NAACP. And hope you'll join us in some of the upcoming events, especially the L.A. Raibon Freedom Fund Fellowship Banquet.
fundraising.
Scholarship banquet.
Scholarship Banquet. I knew I was going to blow it eventually.
I gave you a clue the last time.
I know. The brain just ain't working today.
Okay.
But we want to certainly thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Dr. G.
I'm Lady MJ.
And we are the Jenkins, and you're watching Real Talk with the Jenkins.